Shame about the quick saves crashing. I do wonder if we can actually reset that, because that's going to be kind of annoying if we can't rely on that. It's funny how I was only talking about it actually being like the most reliable method we had, and then boom, it's not. How you doing there, Connor? What we're doing here is we had like a game crash. The quick save system seems to have like corrupted, unfortunately. So what I thought I'd do then is after resetting the game, while restarting the game, is I thought I'd talk a little bit about the Soviet TOE of the infantry divisions, and then we could just compare. Yeah. We haven't got back in. Don't worry about it. Right, there we go. We get to take a look in a second now. I've purchased a couple books, actually. You guys are going to love this book, actually. Let me go ahead and get a picture of it. You guys are going to love it. It's something I'm really rather happy I picked up, actually. Ah, fuck me. Well. Fuck. That was a waste of time. Oh, that's fun. Let me find the book I'm going to show you guys. And then we'll go forward. Yeah, so... mine has like a different copy, like a different cover. But this is a book actually I picked up from a Facebook group, which was really awesome. But Panzer Tactics, German Small Unit Armor Tactics in World War II. And it's a really very interesting book, actually. It talks predominantly about the tactics at the battalion level, obviously overall for like the division, etc., but predominantly at the battalion level. And it's really rather fascinating. Let me go grab it. Oh, it's super heavy too. Like, if I go ahead and take a look at the book here. Like, so we have Chapter 1, the offensive operations. And then what I like about it is actually it talks about forms of attack, prerequisites for the attack, the start of the attack, course of the attack, meet engagements, attacks at night or in conditions of limited visibility, attacks across water obstacles, breach obstacles, pursuit, actions at the objective, issuing orders, combat support, command and control, transition to the next operation, and logistics. Logistics is a very important feature here in the book. So it's something I think I might actually take a look at, and maybe like, find more books of that type actually to really use there. But it might be cool to like make some videos about that sort of thing, really. So it's interesting. I don't know. I find it interesting. Right, so... Thank God I saved that there, because we'd have been buggered otherwise. So there we go, that is my tangent. But yeah, there's quite a few chapters in that book, actually. So we'll do the things again, then, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't play this game if I wasn't prepared to have everything crash on me every time. We'll get through things. We will get through this. Is it a brick? As in the game? I can ask why do you have a beta build set up on Steam? Is a beta branch more updated than the main build? Well, beta does tend to have the changes. I haven't really found that to be like... I don't know, I've never noticed it being more or less stable. Actually, that doesn't sound like a really great statement. More or less stable doesn't sound right. It could be, but then again, I've had it before and after, so I don't think it makes so much of a difference. Oh, the book, right. I thought you meant the save. I'm like, oh, I hope not. Let's see. There is about 512 pages. Obviously, some of them are not, like, particularly useful, but it's really heavy. I weighed the book, actually, because I was rather curious, and it it comes out to about just under half a stone, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a pretty hefty book. So it's actually in really good condition. I got it for about £3, though. Like, if you ever do have some spare time, and you are cursed to use Facebook, go ahead and join a few like World War II books, World War One, just sort of like those kind of groups, and you can find some real great bargains for like books. I love it, man. Absolutely amazing. Get some really nice finds out there. Right, let's see here. Let's do this in a better way, then. I'm gonna have to get used to doing the saves again. God, this has been a very it's been pretty boring for people, I imagine. We haven't got that much done, actually, have we? Let's go with 1, 2, 3 then. Yes. Ideally it works. That'd be nice. Okay. Well, that works, so that's good. Right, okay. I might even have to use the Romanian divisions a little bit differently. Shift you up there. Okay, they retreat. Yeah, the issue is I can't... Maybe I should have used that division to attack that. Yeah, sometimes... I really do like the puzzle element, sometimes. It feels like it. Right, we'll have like 2 hasty attacks over here. Oh, yes, they're routed. Okay, excellent. That really... That helps. That does help. Right, okay. Excellent. Okay. 10 there. So I've got 239th Division there. Yeah, these guys aren't going to make that much progress here to begin with. So what I'll do then is I'll actually have this division... they don't need to do a planned attack. A hasty attack should be more than sufficient. Yeah, that does rout them, which is excellent. Okay. Right. So unfortunately, the quick save is not reliable right now, so we're going to have to go back to the old method here. Okay. What I'm going to do then is actually try and gain some movement here. Cavalry's not going to go too far. Let's see. I do want to make sure that we actually can cover this rail line to a degree. So what I'm going to do then is place ourselves here then at the town. And... Right. Yeah, I don't like doing it, but I think it might be worthwhile doing that now. This might be kinda not question, but do you remember where you got a Fatherland mod for Darkstower? I found it on the forums, on the Paradox forums. Interesting mod. Issue is a lot of them never end up in any sort of finished state, really. Right, I do want that rail line. And I do feel the need to sneeze in a moment, so I do apologize if I suddenly sneeze. I'm going to try not to find it hard. Oh god. Right, I do have you on the rails. Get you moving. Right, so I'm going to have you move out via the rails. I'm going to have you shifted out over here. So, well, actually saying that, it might be worthwhile. No, if they can get there, they get there. It doesn't make a difference because I'm not gonna gain anything by waiting like another turn, am I? So might as well get them there, get them off the train. If they can convert anything, that's still good. Yeah, that's it. So 1, it's still fine. Fair, what I'll do is sit you on top there. There we go, that works out. Yeah, I'd rather have gotten more out of the rails there, but that's okay. We need to just focus on actually opening up the rail lines. I need to get behind these guys, in all honesty, so I think that might need a bit of focus here just to deal with them. Yeah, I'd like to open things up so the German divisions can get moving, get the German corps moving. Right, okay. Okay, they shatter. That'll come in handy there later. That'll make more sense. I'd like to avoid attacking across the river, frankly. Okay. Interesting. First fortress Romanian. Interesting. Both Soviet forces are going to have to retreat south anyway. Well, they're going to have to retreat, not south, obviously. They're going to have to retreat to the east. Inevitably. Okay, so that city's definitely opened up, which is good. I could attack this unit over here, but I don't think it's going to do me any good. I do have the other Romanians over here. That's a tough position for us to deal with. Yeah, they're all fairly tough because it's two. Issues I can't break up the Romanian divisions. Right, let's ensure we actually do this. Yeah, even then. How you doing there, Perch? Well, we started it, and then the game crashed, and then I headed with a tangent, and then the game crashed again, and then, yeah, that was fun. Oh, dear. Okay. Captured so far since last turn. We're looking at 271,000 at the moment. Obviously, we'll capture more. It'd be nice to capture more vehicles, though. It's not bad. Obviously, we've got lots of mods that we can actually deal with, but we need more. I may even potentially just leave these guys to starve, and in fact, I might just go ahead and leave them to starve, to be honest. I don't like that I'm restricted in movement here. It's not great, but I wanted us to be able to get the air land in over here. Yeah, the attacks across the rivers do hurt, but I wanted to be able to get the air land in there a little bit further. Didn't go as I wanted it to, sadly. Yeah, well. Still rusty. Still very rusty, as you guys can tell. There we go. The remains do come in useful. I think what I'll do then is actually shift. I think I might just allow the remainers to continue as they are. I mean, I could push in there to Kishinev. And, yeah, maybe there's something worthwhile there. Not particularly. Manpower is still a good thing, though. It's one of those that's where we do gain the quote-unquote volunteers. But I think I'm going to actually have them shifted to the north. Overall plan, win. Win or die. Win or die. But we'll be headed for, like, Leningrad, essentially. Leningrad and Moscow, if we can manage it. Okay. So I do lose out on that bear, but I'd rather get the German forces to actually support the panzers as we move into the Ukraine. That's locked, okay. The remainders will be okay. I'll be severely disappointed. Actually, it might be worthwhile to bring that division here. I might be able to use that then. That was worth a try. There's a number of actual settlements that we do need to take to actually activate a second army group in south, actually. I can't recall which ones they are, but they're near, like, Rostov. I think it is in that sort of area around there. Okay, that's not too bad. We've got that progress there. These panels will obviously inevitably fall back from the front line. Okay. Have you reassigned there, then makes more sense, frankly. Edessa will fall. Okay. Right, so that is the Romanian front dealt with then. I think I'll leave a... We'll leave like a skeletal force fencer just to keep the pocket around Lvov. Oh yeah, all three are right next to Rostov. Well, that's it. Essentially, what we need to do is grab those then. I don't even know if I need to bother with that. Let's see. And the Hungarians aren't ready yet. It looks like it, because obviously you have the numbers there, but they're not, sadly. Okay. In fairness, I don't need to hold every hex. I mean, using regiments is okay, but it doesn't give you that zone of control that you need there. Yeah, the mobile group will be good soon. Okay. Well, I'm going to use an... We did have a idea of using the 4th core there, but it doesn't actually work out well, so we'll not do that this time. So, I think what we'll do then is actually cut this unit off over here then. I was hoping for a little bit more zone of control there, frankly. Right, they'll make it a little bit harder for them to actually get out of the area. You think we maybe encircle that line forming west of Rovno with the Panzers? Yeah, that's what we're going to do there. That's what I'm setting up. I wanted to make sure these guys can't escape. I wanted to cut that rail, but unfortunately I can't. What I'm going to do then is have these fellows move in here. Yeah, so those are some strong divisions there. Actually, I might as well have them as divisions, because they don't project that zone of control of Wise. Actually, we'll break that up again. Yeah, that's overloaded, man. Yeah, I only need to hold that. The forces around Kiev don't look to be too bad, to be honest. I mean, the forces, is it Rovno? The Rovno forces, they're not too bad. They can be encircled and destroyed, which is, well, fantastic. Yeah, these forces can be destroyed. So there's a good number of actual armor divisions in there that are quite nasty to deal with. So I'm eager on dealing with that. Actually. In Rovno. Bit of supply, actually. It's quite nice. Okay. So I'm using the 17th Army in a different way than I normally would do. Okay. Your cause here, then. I just want to hold these forces in place for the time being. Not that they're going to go anywhere, but I don't want to have them link up to the other pockets. Hey, didn't have Marauder, good to have you, my dude. Do go ahead and check out Marauder's channel on YouTube, by the way. Definitely a superior War and Peace player. Actually knows what he's doing. Actually read the manual, which I like to tease about. No, that's fine as it is. What I want to do then is actually have... because we can have the 17th Army like push on the north here. We'll be able to come around here, that's no problem. I'd like to have the infantry... Well, actually, maybe we do go that way. There's not that much there. I mean, in fairness, that is actually probably a better idea considering it's closer to our own lines. Actually, never mind. Yeah, it's kind of weird when it comes down to the south. It ends up being a situation like where that actually is a good idea. Usually it's like the infantry and then the armor, but in the south it's kind of the opposite situation. You got to kind of plan where you're going to have the armor. Well, you want the armor first. I know when I want the armor to go, so we have that working for us.